Hey everyone, how's it going? Matthew Bailey here, and welcome to, I guess, sort of like a reaction video again. But this isn't just any reaction video. This is a reaction video as to show my support to the guy that you actually see behind me in the background. And that is KidBehindtheCamera, also known as Michael Green, who is the son of legendary YouTube icon Angry Grandpa. Now, this video he uploaded on the Angry Grandpa show over 3 weeks ago. I just haven't had a chance to react to it until just now. But, I mean, I have watched a few of his videos in the past. I've seen him with other YouTubers like McJuggernuggets, and my good friend Matthew Davis Media actually used to watch Angry Grandpa as well. He actually made a rest in peace video back in 2017, which you can go check out his channel for that. But this video called "We're Done with Doug Part 1" is interesting. It's over an hour long. I know this video is probably going to be pretty long, but I wanted to react to this because I've been hearing about it a lot, and about how this guy named Doug West, who is apparently Michael's girlfriend's father, who is Bridget West, and he's her father, and he's been a part of the videos in the past, from 2014 until around the time that Angry Grandpa unfortunately passed away. And I'm curious to see what's going on with this guy, because apparently he's saying, there's been rumors that he's been saying a lot of stuff that are totally lies and bull crap, and I'm trying not to say any bad words, but however, there's probably going to be a few words that are like cut out from the actual video that I'm reacting to, so this video is definitely probably not going to be made for kids at all. So anyways, let's get into this reaction and see what happens.
I blame Michael for Bridget's weight problem. Buddy, I do too, actually. When you order $100 worth of pizza and sit there on the couch playing video games all day, all you're going to do is get bigger around. Trust me. Yeah, well, drama does sell. I ain't gonna lie. My views have been up.
Oh, dude.
Did Bridget really have a disease that made her gain weight? Yeah, it was called Michael. And all the fast
What?
food and
Okay, hold on. Let me pause this for a second. Did he seriously just say that a disease that made his daughter gain weight was, Michael? Dude, are you freaking serious? It's not her. It was not because of him that she was probably got bigger. She chose to do that. It wasn't because you think according to what I've heard, you think that, Michael was brainwashing Bridget. Now, Michael, I hope if you're watching this video, which I really hope you are, I support you and Bridget in all this chaos, because I have a feeling that what I'm about to watch is interesting, and how you guys are the ones actually telling the truth, and Doug is just a big fat liar. Let's continue.
What's going on, you guys? KidBehindtheCamera here, and what you just heard was Bridget's father.
Wow.
Right off the bat, I need to say right here at the top of the video that everything you're about to see is 100% real. This is not a fake video. This is not scripted drama. This is not entertainment. This is my life. This is 100% real.
Wow.
And this is just completely f***ed up. I have tried really hard not to do this video. I'm so sick and tired of my family drama leaking onto YouTube and becoming entertainment for everybody to laugh at and make fun of us for, and I'm just fucking sick of it. I'm so tired of doing this. I'm so sick of it happening, and it just...
Oh look, there's Boogie 298.
It just keeps fucking happening. Why can't my family just be normal? Once. Just why can't you guys just stop being stupid for once? And that's not my whole family, okay? Jennifer, I love you. Kim, I love you. Mom, I love you. Bridget, I love everybody that's in my family that I still talk to. But for the rest of you, I'm sick of you.
There's
now,
Doug,
this may or may not be a
the
surprise
troll.
to you guys, but if it is, let me be the first to tell you, Bridget's father has become a troll.
Wow, I just said that.
And I mean a legitimate, abrasive, in-your-face, won't shut his mouth troll. And I am just fucking sick to death of it. And the worst part is I can see all the comments now. Michael, this always happens to you. Why does this always happen to Michael? Everybody seems to leave Michael. At what point do we start blaming Michael instead of everybody else? And if you're one of those people saying that, you don't know what the you're talking about. Right
Yeah, see what I mean? Like, he blocks out when he says the bad words.
Pissed off right now, you guys, and I'm making a video that I really didn't want to have to do, but here we are. I'm making it more bull about my family for YouTube so everybody can laugh at it. And I'm sick of it happening. Now, right off the bat, this is something that I covered last year on another video, but I feel
I'm assuming that's on Storyfire, but
because it's actually kind of important. For a lot of the people that are saying that this only happens to me, you got to realize that this happens to every YouTuber that you know. If you grew up watching YouTuber and they brought somebody else into the fold, chances are that person's tried to f*** them. You gotta watch your back on YouTube, man, because you're gonna get popped. YouTube is like the streets. This is not something that's only happened to me. It's just become this revolving door of bull. Pretty much every YouTuber's sick of it. This happened to Shane Dawson, Jake Paul, Lance Stewart,
yeah, I've been hearing about
Starr,
Jake Paul.
James Charles. It doesn't stop. Now, a lot of those examples happen from people that are wildly successful, and everybody in their group is successful too, but for a lot of them, that's not the case. It's not just me, you guys. Unfortunately, all YouTubers have to deal with bringing somebody onto their channel and then watching them as they talk about them after they're gone. It's a story as
I've seen him on YouTube before.
YouTuber brings new person on the vlog. New person leaves the vlog and starts making a channel of their own talking about the YouTuber. And I'm just so sick and tired of being a part of the system because this is my father-in-law.
Wow.
That makes it so much fucking worse. This is my daughter's grandfather, and no matter what he says, that fact isn't gonna change.
Wow, so apparently Kid Behind the Camera is now a father, and I congratulate you, Michael. You are really, you are gonna be a good father. I know you will. And I'm glad you're still trying to continue with your channel, trying to keep your father's memory alive. And this is sort of like a tribute video reaction for me. Like, I'm reacting to this video because I'm supporting you, trying to express my feelings on how I think you've done in the YouTube center. Because I've only been on YouTube for almost 3.5 years now, and you've been on YouTube since, I think, 2007. And I give props to you.
So I really wanted to fix this before it was too late. Doug, I really wanted to fix this, you stupid son of a... I wanted to fix this. What the f*** is your problem? So you have this YouTuber that's got some kind of a spotlight, and they take that spotlight and they put it onto somebody else. And then that person takes the spotlight and they use it against you.
Wow.
And I never understood why it happened. So I was talking to McJuggernuggets, and we had a conversation, and he was giving examples of when it's happened to him, and
McJuggernuggets.
we kind of came to a conclusion. The reason that these people are doing it is because they didn't have to work for anything that they have. See, they never had to
I see where he's coming from, though. I mean, when you start off on YouTube, like you said, it sometimes is hard to build up your channel and try to get a spotlight, just like how it did with Michael. And when he brings someone like this Doug person on there who's never done YouTube, and he's just given a spotlight, he didn't have to work for it. It was just handed to him, and he tries to, and he thinks that it's okay to just leave the person who helped him and start talking crap about them. Like, who the frick does he think he is? Like, I guarantee you, I'm just going the way I normally would on YouTube. I'm trying to build my channel up, and I'm trying to get a spotlight. I mean, it's hard. Like he said, it's hard to do YouTube. And I understand that, so let's see what else he has to say about it.
Struggle for their position on YouTube. They don't know what it's like to build a channel from the ground up because they were just given a spotlight. Now, right off the bat, I am not trying to say that we're famous because we're not.
Is there an
ad?
ad?
People that do.
Oh, come on.
If you ever buy anything from Apple, you should use WikiBuy. It's a browser extension that...
And let's skip this ad.
We're not. We are people that do YouTube, but for some people that don't have to struggle, they seem to forget that. See, while me, Bridget, and Granpa were living in Trailwood, and we were really struggling, and
Yeah,
just
that's interesting.
surviving on food stamps and starving, and we couldn't afford to pay the bills because we were putting all of our time and energy into YouTube, hoping and just praying that somebody would notice us. Doug was at his house fishing, so by the time we do bring Doug on the channel, he never had to work for anything that he's got. Again, I'm not trying to say that we're famous or successful, but admittedly, we did have a fan base at the time, and we still do, and I owe everything that I have to you guys. I love you so much. You've afforded me the life that I have that I never thought would ever be possible, and for that, I thank you so much. But for somebody like Doug, he's never going to appreciate that because he never worked for it. It was just handed to him, and I wanted to kind of point out what that would do to somebody mentally. So we bring somebody like Doug in that, and suddenly they have this instant gratification, and they're like, wait a minute, I can do this without him. And I'm not saying that you can't. Doug, you can obviously do YouTube without him.
Yeah, that's true.
Tina and my sisters and my brother and anybody watching this video, anybody can do YouTube without another person's help. Anybody. The problem is, YouTube ain't as easy as everybody thinks.
That's true.
He's making all the money. I'm not getting any of the money, which, by the way, is absolute bull. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. I got an idea. Why don't I start my own channel?
Let me
put
pause
up
this
my
for
own
a second.
videos and all.
Okay, so just like he said, just like he mentioned how this Doug guy thinks that he isn't getting any of the money that Michael is making, and he said that that's absolute bullcrap. I have to agree with him. Just because you are a part of another person's video doesn't mean you have to immediately get some of the money that they're making on it. Like me, I don't even have monetization yet. I'm still trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. I mean, it's hard. I mean, this guy, Doug, just does not seem to understand that, and what's really crazy is that apparently it says that he's in the, like, mid-50s or something. And, like, does he really think that he needs to be doing YouTube? I mean, no offense to him, I mean, when it comes to his age, but when it comes to him thinking that he should do YouTube, like, full-time and not actually have an actual important job, like take my mom, for example. She works at a freaking bank, and she works hard, or whatever, and she's around the same age, but yet, and she's not doing anything like this. I mean, like I said, some people who do start on YouTube are much younger, or whatever, in their, like, 40s or something when they, or whatever. Especially if you're already an adult and you just start YouTube, you honestly have to, when you create a channel, you're always between 20s and 30s, maybe 40s. If you're in your 50s and you're starting YouTube, you should not be trying to do it full time. You should at least have somewhat of another job. And I think there's something about him having a job in this video. So let's actually fast forward a little bit.
Algorithms and thumbnails and titles and clickbait and doing everything that you have to do to survive. They just don't understand any of that when you're just brought onto a channel, and suddenly when they got to do it on their own, they got to do the only thing that they can to get views. You bring somebody in to do a video, they say a couple of lines, they leave, it gets a ton of views, and they suddenly start to think that it's really easy when it's not. So naturally, once they leave, the only way for it to actually start being really easy is to talk about the YouTuber you left.
Wow.
I brought Doug into the channel in 2014 because Bridget felt sorry for her father. She didn't want him to be alone because it made her sad to know that he didn't have anybody. So I brought Doug onto the channel and I turned him into a character, and suddenly he got that instant gratification. Suddenly he thought YouTube was easy, and suddenly he left us so he can do it on his own. Now, I don't care that Doug left our channel so he can do it on his own. I even gave him a couple of shout outs. I was happy because he was finally going to start making his own money. But the problem is, when the views weren't there, he started talking about us so they could be. And he hasn't stopped for a fucking year. This dude has run his mouth about us fucking constantly for the entire year.
So
it's
since
actually getting kind of
the
obsessive.
beginning of last year, like 2019?
Michael's gonna block you. Kid behind the trash can. Kid behind the trash can. Michael for a pickle prick, and Michael decide Michael by Michael. Michael a what? Is Michael and neither is.
That is definitely obsessive if he keeps mentioning Michael.
Bridget, Mikey's. Mike would be not have not threatened Michael. Hard on Bridget. And according to Michael's little skit talking to Bridget and Michael needs drama for his channel. Honestly, I think that was Isaac. He's got pictures of Mike, by the way, of Michael and Isaac. Says, I am a terrible father for doing what I'm doing to Bridget. Can anybody tell me what I'm doing that's so terrible to Bridget? Michael and Isaac, Michael's paid trolls, and Michael's pulled back some of his. He said he was going to come here and whip my ass, but Bridget doesn't give me my address. He can come in here and run his mouth. Bridget's not. Michael is not. No, I have not spoken to Bridget. In fact, if Bridget is watching, she needs to come by. Michael, Bridget, and the guest snob. What happened to the truth about Michael? And Mike
Wow.
550 and come by.
This is definitely obsessive.
And push me out the door. Michael would have to get off his fat ass and do something. The name on the
Oh,
account
dude.
has Bridget's name on it, so she can do whatever she wants to make me go over to Michael and Bridget's and cause a ruckus. So if you ask Michael where to dip, you mean the phone that Bridget and Michael have cloned?
Wait,
And,
what?
why does Michael
Cloned?
as the grandfather of
Okay,
the
that
child
just sounds really
in the video?
ridiculous.
And I commenced to showing them everything from Michael and Bridget to Isaac Guests. Why did Bridget says, I can't, I'm pregnant? Ew. Then you got Michael and Bridget trying to do that Charlie thing to me. She kissed Bridget's ass? Oh boy. Bridget's most probably jumping for joy. I've heard enough about the refrigerator on Twitter. So here's the thing. She says it was a gift. Well, she knew before we went and got it that my mom was in bad shape and could pass away. She passed away. Now, the bills that were here got to be paid out of my money because Bridget closed the account and took the other money that was supposed to take care of that.
Oh,
Why
wow.
is Bridget putting up with that controlling idiot? Doug, is it true Bridget is still smoking and drinking?
Kid behind a dumpster.
Bull crap.
If you can honestly watch that video and not think that it's obsessive, then you got as big a problem as he does. You're looking at the span of 1 month right there. 1 fucking month. If I can grab that many examples from 1 month of live streaming, then what the would happen if I did an entire year? Now that was just the intro, you guys. So I want you to sit back, recline in your chairs, get some snacks.
Oh, wow. I mean, this is getting really interesting. Alright, let me go to chapter 1.
Like most family disputes, this one begins with money. Money, I am sick of. Anytime people start thinking about money, they all come to the same conclusion. Oh, I'm going to take care of my whole family, and I'm going to buy them cars and houses, and don't do it. Like, guys,
I mean,
it's not worth it.
yeah, he's right.
realize
It's
it
sort
makes
of
me
not
a bit of a
worth it.
hypocrite. Okay, I bought my father a dream car, and I bought him his own house, and I take care of my entire family. But those people actually appreciate it. See, growing up,
That's
I
true.
always wanted to take care of my family because I really grew up with nothing. I don't think people realize just how poor we actually were, but we did not have a dime. We had to save up to be broke. So when you grow up with so little and suddenly you're in the position to be able to help your entire family, it really makes you feel good to be able to do it. And Bridget was the same way. She always wanted to take care of her family, and when she was finally in the position to be able to do it, she did, and I love her so much for it. Bridget, you're one of the strongest women I know, and I love you so much. Now, here's the problem. Sometimes you give people money, and they become too reliant on it, and they start treating you like you can't give it to them anymore. For example, the apocalypse. Before the apocalypse, we were making a killing.
Yeah, so apparently what's known as the adpocalypse, I think actually happened in the year 2017, I think, when I had already created my channel and I was trying to build it up, and I guess that's why it took a while before I started to gain subscribers, because apparently there was a bunch of ad stuff going on during the apocalypse, and apparently he was having the same issue. I mean, he was already making money back then, and I hadn't even been on YouTube for a full year, or even I think 6 months by the time this whole apocalypse started, and apparently he had the same issue.
On YouTube.
While Angry Grandpa was alive, it was like 357,000.
That is a lot of money.
Now, I seen that figure for myself.
After the apocalypse, that number plummeted. Now, when it comes to Bridget's dad, she always took care of him, but suddenly, when the apocalypse struck and we weren't able to give him as much money as we used to, he started to get really pissed off.
When I lost my job
So?
due to my health problems, they told me to put in for my disability. They said
Wait,
they
lose
would
your job because of
carry
health
me
problems?
to my disability.
Okay, hold up. He says that he lost his job because of health problems, but from the way I'm just gonna outright say this, he is in his 50s. Number one. Number two, I think there was one time when my mom had a similar issue, like she had to go to the hospital because of some health problems. But did that make her lose her job? No, she was able to go back to work. That does not automatically mean that, I mean, if you had health problems, you got to take care of them before you can easily go back to work. You don't just allow them to let you leave your job or whatever because of some health problems. And he just mentioned something about disability. I have a disability, but but do I complain about not being able to get the money on time? No. I try to do my best. I get help from my mom, and she helps me, and I thank her for that a lot. But this guy, it should not have to be the other way around. Like, from what I can get from this, it seems like he's trying to get his young daughter to give him money until his supposed disability comes in, and he's getting upset because they couldn't give him as much as they used to because of the stupid apocalypse. I guarantee you, if I was working on another person's channel and all of a sudden the apocalypse struck and I wasn't, and they didn't pay me as much money, would I complain about it? No. Why? Because I understand why there is an actual issue with the ads. This guy doesn't even get it. He really doesn't.
He came in. 100%. They didn't do it. What they said. Everything that Michael promised, he has not done.
But why? Why did he stop doing that? There hadn't been something.
I mean, it just goes to show you what they do. They can't keep the word about nothing.
Now look, Bridget never said that. What she said was she would help her father financially until he got back onto his feet. Then suddenly Doug quit his job because he wanted to do YouTube full time.
I knew it. I heard something about that.
And he quit his job to prove it. Of course, once Doug quit his job, that meant all of his bills were suddenly Bridget's problem.
How much money do you think I make? I don't have any greed. If anything, I'm too generous.
Now this is when it started to get really bad. Suddenly, anytime Bridget gave Doug money, it just wasn't enough, and he was unhappy, and he was pissed off because he expected more and more and more, and it got to the point where it didn't make sense to keep sending it. Now look, it's okay if you want to help your family, but they got to at least appreciate it. One time, my sister almost died because she got the norovirus, and Doug drove her to the hospital, and he got pissed off because Bridget only gave him $20 for gas. Like, who does this?
Wait a minute, $20 for gas, and in order to take his sister to the hospital because she almost died because of some other virus. Dude, $20 for gas. That should be enough. Like, if you say you have a half tank of gas and you use some of that to drive towards the hospital, and then you use that 20 right before you get to the hospital, and then you come back, by the time you get back to your house, you should have enough gas. You should have around the same amount of gas you had when you first started driving to the hospital. And he thinks that that's not enough. And it even says right there on the screen, 5 hours. Or $20 for gas. I guarantee you that is enough. And yet he claims it's not.
If money's this important to you, Doug, why don't you just get a job? You're 60 years old, dude. Your 25-year-old daughter shouldn't be giving you money like it's an allowance.
See what I mean?
This just went on for months, you guys. She'd give him money, he'd bitch her out for it. It wasn't enough. He'd get angry, she'd cry, she'd get upset, and eventually she'd give him the money. Doug, have you no shame? Do you not give a how bad that makes you look? I get it, Doug. Sometimes we all need a little bit of help, but goddamn, eventually you gotta get off your ass and get a job, because you can't just sit there and troll your own daughter because she's not giving you enough money.
Yeah, he makes a good point. He is at the age where he should not have to be asking his younger daughter for money. I mean, she's only like in her 20s like I am. But see, sure, I'm not making a lot of money I'm not making any money on YouTube right now for the time being, but I actually get, if I have a job at the Regal Cinemas, and I mean, right now I don't have to worry about using some of my money to help out, but I will actually consider doing that because I actually have a little bit of an announcement video that I'm going to make in the next few days or something. So keep an eye out for that, but yeah, so let's continue.
The money that I was making off that channel with my disability, the bills wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, she should have paid off the house, but she didn't.
So eventually, Bridget got really tired of being tormented by her father, and she told him to go get a job. Which, ironically, is exactly around the time he started going live and talking about his own daughter.
I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm saying they're telling everybody that I have changed. I haven't changed. I'm the same person I've always been. I don't give a shit about money.
Bull.
Okay?
The way I saw it is he was trying to scare his daughter. Scare his daughter so bad that she actually bows to him and gives him the money that he's after.
See, that was the promise that Bridget and Michael made with me taking care of angry Grandpa. They said they would come in and help me pay for the house. Okay? When I went for my disability, they said it'd be 3 years before I got it.
See, Bridget was willing to take all of your abuse when it was private. The second you brought it public, she was done. So we went public ourselves and we put out everything.
I know you're sending $500 for the video, but can you do $750? Truck payment due. I thought it was paid off. I told you, Bridge, I got a loan out on it. I owe $400 per month. I can't do $750. I need $750. I can't do it. Let's just get to the point. Don't darken my doorstep when you lose baby.
What?
Of course, Doug did exactly what Doug does, and he said that all the messages were fake.
Golden
Fake?
platform, I'm not lying.
How on earth could they be fake?
All the messages that Michael popped up with are all bullshit. They're all fake.
Not only was he saying
What?
that the messages were fake, but he was telling everybody that we hacked his Facebook account to send them.
What? Okay, first of all, let's just use an example that's not Facebook. Text messages. Because it looked like he was showing text messages on a phone. If he sends a text message that was published over 2 years from today, like say May of 2018, do you honestly think that someone can easily hack it and actually make it still say, and if they alter the text message and it'll still say it was sent in May of 2018? No, it will. I don't think even a hacker can do that. I think they can at least make it seem like it was, even if they did change the message, it won't say the original date. It'll say altered from this date. I guarantee you, hackers, and I don't even think Kid Behind the Camera even is a hacker. I think he said he isn't, and I believe him. Because there is no way guys like me or even Michael can do hacking stuff. I mean, there's no way. A person who can probably hack would be much older than both of us. I mean, I'm 21, and I think he's in his early 30s. No, people much older than that would probably be easily able to hack. And this guy who's over in his 50s is saying that a 30-year-old man hacked his account. Bull crap.
We hacked your YouTube and removed it. We hacked your Twitter and removed it. But we hacked your Facebook and removed a message with Bridget. That's what we did. We didn't bother removing the whole Facebook, just your conversation.
Yes, you did.
And that makes sense in your mind, I assume.
No, actually,
Doug was like, I'm totally bewildered. How about you log into your Facebook and show us the messages deleted with Bridget?
there is no messages under Bridget's name.
Okay, show us your Facebook and prove it.
Yeah, let's see if he can prove it.
Y'all took them out.
Well, just prove that. How about that?
There is anything that would show up with...
Wait a minute, that does not look like Facebook at all. That just says West Video Clips, Computers, and... What?
Bridget in it on Facebook.
What is that?
Number one, I'm not a hacker.
my
Number
gosh.
two, the things that he's saying I did just aren't possible. He's actually saying that we hacked into his Facebook and planted messages over 2 years ago just to make him look like a bad father.
See, the thing is...
What?
Everything that is on yours has been altered.
So you're saying that we can alter a message from 2 years ago sent by you?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay, Zuckerberg.
This guy is the most paranoid person
Wow.
that I know. According to Doug, nobody has been hacked as much as he has.
Imagine Bridget or Michael
Oh my
or both
gosh.
got brand new laptop.
That is just insane. That's what I love in.
Doug doesn't hold a candle to you. And Dad told me that Doug came to him and he said that if anything were to happen to him, he was going to carry on the legacy.
What?
Doug's Twitter bio right now says that he's keeping a promise to my father to stay in touch with his youngin. Number one, it wasn't true. Number two, Doug, you do not have the ability me to replace my father, there was only one angry grandpa.
I can
My
easily
father died
tell
a couple
that
of weeks
nobody
before
can
Christmas,
replace
and out of nowhere, Doug
Kid
started asking
Behind
us
the
for a
Camera's
brand new
father.
truck.
And if I had half the money that they claimed they gave me, I would have a new truck.
What?
So, why did Bridget buy you a new? Why didn't Bridget buy me a new truck? Because I'm not deserving of it. I don't kiss Michael's ass. That's why.
Now here's the thing. Doug quit his job around March 2017, which ironically is around the same time that my father was diagnosed with cancer. Now look, I'm not trying to say that Doug was rooting against my father and he wanted him to die, but when he hasn't even been dead a month and you're already talking about taking over his channel, I really gotta wonder what's going on. You know, we worked our asses off since 2007 to build this channel from the ground up. We struggled and we cried and we lost and we clawed our way to finally being able to make a living for ourselves for the first time in our lives. And suddenly we bring Doug into a couple of videos and he thinks that he can swing my father's hammer.
No.
I never wanted Grandpa's money.
Liar.
I was way underpaid by Mike.
The most they ever paid me for doing any work was $200.
Wait, what? $200. Then what was that thing about sending him $500 for the video? What was that about? What was that about, Doug? You claim that they only send you $200 for every video, but yet I just saw a freaking text message of you saying, I know you're sending $500 for the video. Really? That seems like $300 more than what you claim they're paying you.
This will never be yours, Doug. You do not have the power to wield this hammer. Nobody does. This belongs to my father, not you, not me, my father.
I got a lot more shit that I can put out there with proof. And Michael, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I know you're in here watching.
Wow. This is just ridiculous.
Now that we know the whole thing is actually about money, I want to talk to you guys about what kind of shit Doug was willing to say to get his hands on it. You know, in the beginning, everything that Doug was saying was just your basic run-of-the-mill troll bullshit.
I mean, she really wants to play these games, then I'm going to end them. Michael's got an ass whipping coming. Just from what he opened his mouth up and run it. I'm doing exactly what Grandpa taught me to do. Does Cindy brainwash Bridget? I'd say it's more Michael brainwashing, because if you look at my daughter's pictures before or at the beginning.
1 second, let me fast forward a little bit.
Strong, funny, caring. He loved his family, and he would do absolutely anything for his friends. And Doug was actually one of those friends, weren't you, Doug?
Really?
You and my dad were actually really good friends. And Doug, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being at the hospital with my father when he was dying, because he really needed to know that somebody cared about him. Unfortunately, you didn't, did you, Doug?
Oh.
You never gave a fuck about my dad, did you? So it didn't take very long for
Wow.
Doug to take his attention off of me and turn it into my father.
Some people may call it bashing angry grandpa, but it's
That
not.
is stupid.
It's letting people know about the abuse that he has done to his grandkids and his kids over the years.
Those are just fake.
Michael is
Those are fake
continuing with
interactions with his kids.
And it
For the
shows.
videos.
And I might not like what AGP has done in the
He
past.
obviously does not get it.
And Michael is following in his footsteps.
Maybe because Doug wasn't going to be the new angry grandpa, he decided to tear the old one down in the process. Doug wanted to ruin my father's name so that people stop watching his videos, and in turn, me and his daughter lose everything that we have.
I believe that.
Wow.
Man's dead, let him die. Victim, glad you can sleep at night. I sleep fine at night. I never abused those kids. I was one of the things that was keeping them from being abused.
Let me get this straight, Doug. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I'm a little fucked up. Your daughter stops giving you money. And so because of that, you decide to go on your channel and start talking about a man that's no longer alive to defend himself. Do I got that right, Doug? Am I missing anything? Just who the do you think you are, dude?
I agree with
man
this
that
guy.
called you his friend, Doug. Why don't you just get a job?
Yeah, get your
Why don't you
fucking
try
butt
being
out
an
of the
adult
chair
for
and get a job.
Explain you using his image for your gain. I didn't use his image.
Bull crap.
I was using my image.
And this lasted for a long time, you guys. Doug wanted to burn my father's name to the ground.
We were real good friends, but I swear.
Yeah, right. You were obviously not close friends. Let me fast forward a little bit.
You can start today. At the end of the day, Debbie, I appreciate the apology. I appreciate everything.
Sorry if I'm
you've said
skipping ahead.
since
I
then.
just don't want this video to be
You're
too
welcome
long.
to meet our child anytime you want. Just reach out.
And I don't
I
want
appreciate
to
you.
react to the entire video.
And I'm sorry you got used by such a piece of... For some reason, Doug doesn't even think that my father was the reason you guys were watching the videos to begin with. He thinks he was.
When he had me in the videos, they were doing well.
Yeah, right.
And when I started to refuse to do his videos, when he started having that fall.
Okay, that seems like it's absolute bullcrap. And hopefully, if my friend Matthew Davis, if you're watching this video, let me know in the comment section, Matt, if you were watching the Angry Grandpa videos because of Angry Grandpa or because of this guy who thinks that he's the reason, who barely even showed up in any of the videos, I'm assuming. Just let me know in the comment section, Matthew Davis, what you think.
Doug, number one, that's not even true. Number two, if that's the case, then why can't you break 2,000 views unless you're talking about us?
That's true.
Seriously, nobody cares about Dougie's ribs and they never will. Honestly, it's gotten to the point where he's not even being a troll anymore. He's just being fucking evil.
I think he's jealous that Bridget still has a dad.
What? Okay, that guy is easily...
Get it again. Hey, Doug, go f yourself. You guys want to know when Doug's lying? And no,
Yes,
I'm
I
not gonna say
would like
whenever
to
he
know.
opens his mouth. This right here is how you can tell when Doug is lying.
Cut and paste old videos together. See, look, that's how he did a lot of the text messages and everything else. And he spent quite a bit of money on that. Stupid idiot.
Did you catch it? Whenever Doug says something that is totally bullshit, he always snores.
That is interesting. Alright, let's see what Chapter 3 is about. Oh. This is...
Being pregnant should be one of the happiest times in a woman's life.
Yeah, it should be.
Bridget's was because her father spent the entire pregnancy trying to take it away from her.
Grandbaby on the way.
What? Dude.
That's what they
That is
say.
the lowest of the low you could possibly
If
do.
Bridget is pregnant, I hate to see how things turn out.
Alright, you guys, I guess I have a little bit of a confession to make. Remember that time we told everybody that Bridget's pregnant? And we told Doug in a parking lot and he seemed like he actually cared? Well, that reaction was fake. See, when Bridget actually tried to tell her father that she was pregnant, he just didn't give a...
Cancel. This is way more important. What is it? Can't say. You're going to have to say. Okay, you're going to find out online then. What are you talking about? What is so important, Bridget? Hello? What's so important? Tell me. Come over. Tell me what's going on. So we sent him the video before it was online. Bridget is pregnant. His reaction, so you wanted me in a video. Yeah, we're going to be doing a family reveal video. Was going to tell you on Thursday, but we needed to upload the video today. Well, I am at a friend's house at Edisto River. I can't just
that
leave.
automatically
It's
tells you
fine.
that he's
See you
not,
Thursday.
he doesn't even care.
Okay? I didn't want you in a video. Wanted to tell you that you're going to be a grandfather before you found out online.
Yeah, Doug did not give a that Bridget was pregnant, and she must have cried for 3 or 4 days about that. Once again,
Wow.
he tried to say that we hacked those messages too.
What they did is they cloned my phone. My Apple phone was actually Bridget's phone. She had all
Okay, that is ridiculous.
passwords and all that to it. Michael cloned it, sent messages that looked like they were coming from me. When I send a text message, it's got misspelled words, it's got
Wow.
abbreviations that nobody ever uses.
Well, isn't that interesting? And look, here's a good freaking example. These are apparently text messages that Bridget sent to her father, and he claims that they only gave him $200 for every time for the video. $450, $2,000. You call that under $200? Sure, there's 2 other ones that are under $200, but still, they gave him more than $200 every time. And he's trying to say that that's bull crap, that they never sent him more than $200. Yeah. This is ridiculous.
Everybody knows that the messages are real. Everybody knows you harassed your daughter for money. Everybody knows, and we'll never forget.
Did I think Bridget was pregnant? Well, let me ask you this. With all the clickbait, all the bullshit, could you tell she was pregnant? No.
Oh.
This dude loves to tell people that he said that she wasn't pregnant because we clickbait our videos. Number one, we never clickbaited that Bridget wasn't actually pregnant, except for that one video at the very end when she was obviously pregnant.
Yeah, you can tell right there that she is pregnant.
Doug, we told you in private. You knew your daughter was pregnant, but you just didn't give a...
And by the way, I do love my daughter. And if she is pregnant, I have no way of knowing. Because the internet you can't always believe.
Doug, for God's sakes, just admit it, man. You needed content, and you knew that your fans wouldn't let you talk shit about a pregnant woman. So, the only way you can talk about a pregnant woman is if you say that she's not pregnant. You knew what you did,
Wow.
you knew why you did it, and you knew you had 9 months to do it.
I am going to say this. I wasn't going to bring it up. Today, I was shown a Twitter or tweet, and she's standing in a parking lot. I'm not believing a damn thing that comes out of the clickbait's mouth anymore. I'll catch them in a store, or I'll catch them at a restaurant.
You're supposed to be your father, Doug. Why aren't you excited about this? You're about to be a grandfather. You wanted to tear down your daughter in the middle of a high-risk pregnancy, no matter the consequences. Severe stress during the middle of a high-risk pregnancy could lead to a miscarriage. We're talking about the life of my child, my daughter, my beautiful little baby girl that we could have lost because you couldn't shut your mouth while your daughter was pregnant. Here's the really sad part, you guys. I have a really strong feeling that had we lost that child, this son of a bitch would have went live on his YouTube account and told everybody that the baby never existed in the first place. How shitty is it that me and Bridget lived our life afraid of her losing the baby because we didn't want the trolls to think that we were lying about it? When you're having a baby and you're afraid of a miscarriage, you should not be having to think about what the trolls are going to say when it happens. But that's what we had to do. We were afraid of what Doug was going to say if she lost the baby. Oh, well, there you go, you guys. I guess she weren't pregnant. Well, guys, I told you they'd do anything for views. Guess they killed the baby.
I'm glad the baby's there.
Oh,
I'm glad everybody's okay. I mean, what kind of person would I be if I didn't want that?
Oh, dude.
And I gotta live my life wondering what this dude would have said had we lost our child. My baby, my little girl, wasn't even there. Doug, you should have been at the hospital when the baby was born, but instead you stayed home and live streamed. I get why you never showed up, Doug, okay? You were too do it. I get it. I understand. You bitched out because you were afraid. I understand. But goddamn, that's your grandchild, dude. Put your aside and come to the hospital. Here's the really sad thing. This dude actually told people he was there.
You lied about being at the hospital? Tyler? I didn't lie about nothing.
Yeah, right.
Garbage behind the camera won't let you see the granddaughter. That's because he's a control freak. Christopher, I done seen
He's
the baby.
not a control freak.
I ain't gonna say how.
Really, why not?
I will say I was at the hospital.
Lie.
I ain't gonna say how.
He did the little snort thing. That's how you know he's lying.
Or anything else. I'm not gonna cost that person their job. Actually,
Wait, what?
I went to the hospital, and I've seen her through glass. That's good enough for me. I was so close to him in the hospital that I could have reached out and touched him.
What?
In fact, I walked right by Michael.
And he didn't say anything to you?
He didn't recognize me.
How?
How did he not recognize you?
Scrubs.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, you guys heard that right. According to Doug, he snuck into the maternity floor dressed in scrubs, and he saw the baby that way.
Of course, he uses this reference.
Well, good evening. It was cool.
Okay, number one, I have a feeling he's going to say it in the video, but I have a feeling that there is no way he could have snuck into the hospital dressed in a nurse's type outfit, like that scene we saw in the Dark Knight was with Joker. I mean, that was the scene that was in the movie. Obviously, that was able to be done, but in a real hospital, nobody will let anybody. No, I guarantee you, whoever he's talking about, saying that they risked their job to sneak him into the maternity floor to see his grandchild, like, how? I guarantee you that even if that did happen, that person probably would have gotten fired because they should have spotted him.
Yeah, Doug, you're the master of manipulation. You're Agent 47, dude. Nobody can see you coming.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Oh,
According to Doug,
of
someone
course.
risked their job to sneak him into the maternity floor so he could see his grandchild. The only time that baby was away from Bridget was when she got her first bath, and I was there to film it. Doug, you were nowhere to be seen. And honest to God, I think that's sad. The birth of your grandchild you missed because you ruined your opportunity to be there because you decided to become a troll. Way to go, Doug. Father of the year.
Wow. Alright, let's fast forward a little bit. So these are some of the things he says about
No, Charlie did not punch my dog.
In my drunken blackout, I hit Bridget. And I'm forever regretful and sorry for that. You know.
No, Charlie did not punch my dog.
Are you starting to see the pattern now?
There's nothing to believe. I mean, Michael has lied through his teeth for so long.
What?
And I'm starting to wonder if he even knows what the truth is.
Alright, let's see what the final
on top of my father
chapter is.
being a child abuser and his own daughter not actually being pregnant, it seemed Doug actually had one more trick up his sleeve. See, it wasn't enough that he tried to rob our fans of my father's memory. No, he had to come with mine too. See, for the better part of a year, Doug has been telling everybody that I wasn't actually there when my father died. But he
What?
was.
The funny thing is, well, I'm not even going to say that.
Alright, I'm gonna fast forward again a little bit.
Disrespect to Jennifer.
See, I told you guys that Doug is actually very calculated about what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, and he knows exactly what to say to get under my skin.
All you do is run your
You
mouth
didn't
and
show up until after 2 o'clock when they came to take the body out the house.
hey, Doug, you know my dad died at 4:30, right?
You didn't
4:30?
show up until way after. You didn't show up there till 2 o'clock.
What? 2 o'clock. That's 2.5 hours before that he died. How on earth could Michael have not been there if he showed up at 2 and he says that his dad died at 4:30?
The next day? Was he still there for a whole day?
Not
That
only
make-
did Doug
that-
tell
yeah,
everybody that he was
he
there
makes
when my
sense. That
father
doesn't-
took his
that
last
doesn't
breath,
make any
and I
sense at all.
wasn't, but he actually heard his final words.
But AGP also said on his deathbed, told Michael to use his name to continue the business.
See, according to Doug, he was talking to my father the day that he passed away, and his last words were for me to keep using him for clickbait. What a completely sadistic, stupid, absolutely thing to say to somebody. Number one, my father was in a coma for the final 2 days of his life. Number two, Doug wasn't even there. On the morning
Wow.
of December the 10th, we wrote Doug and we told him that we didn't think Dad was going to make it another day. And so Doug told us that he'll be there after he's done fishing.
Are you freaking serious?
After he's done fishing. Now look, I'm not mad that Doug wasn't there when my father passed away. I totally understand that Doug has his own life, but what I don't understand is why you would try to rob me of the moment that I was.
He passed away. Jenny was there, Laura was there, Kim was there, I was there. But Michael and Bridget, they were at home. Where was Michael? He was at his house. He couldn't deal with that.
I had to
crap.
call Michael and Bridget. They had the boys over at their house.
What did I do to you, Doug? Why do you hate me so bad? The problems you have with your daughter are not my fault. They're between you and her.
That's true.
This has nothing to do with me. And for some reason, you keep dragging me into the middle of it because you seem to think that I'm the wedge between the two of you. Doug, it has nothing to do with me. I am not the reason your daughter wants nothing to do with you. It's you. Yeah, Doug, I'm the reason your daughter doesn't talk to you. Yeah, it has nothing to do with any of this.
But if I see that child on YouTube,
Wait, are they talking about the grandchild or their daughter?
I guarantee.
You guarantee what?
I guarantee DSS will be called. Screenshot the death certificate.
Whoa. Did he just say DSS? I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know 100% what they are, but I have a feeling I know what they do. I'm assuming that it has something to do with the child getting taken away from Bridget and Michael, whatever, if they are called or something. I'm assuming that's what the DSS is. But if that's the case, then why is this guy doing this to his own daughter, to his grandchild? The fact that he wanted that if she appeared in a video of Kid Behind the Camera, whatever, his actual daughter, I think her name is Mia. Last time I checked. If he claims that if she shows up in a video after this video was uploaded, that he was gonna call DSS on her. Really? You claim that you're not being a troll? You just proved you were by saying that.
Show the time of death.
Right there on his live stream, the dude told me to pull up my father's death certificate to prove that I was there. See, according to Doug, Michael didn't show up until after 2 o'clock. But here's the problem, Doug. My father died at 4:17 p.m. So what are you even talking about?
That's true.
If you go in there and it says 4:30, you have to apologize to your daughter.
Oh, I will. Bring it. Let's see it.
We're just the day before now, stupid.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. How long is this going to take?
It's going to take a few minutes, Doug. You think I have magic powers that I can snap in a death?
Well, that's funny. Death certificates you usually keep with an urn.
All right, here we go. Time of death, military time, 1648. That is
That's
4:48. Picked up the body.
4:48 p.m., buddy.
And that's what time they come and picked up the body.
Yeah, because he died at 4:17. So, Doug, I thought I didn't show up till after 2 o'clock.
You weren't there.
Oh, of course I wasn't, dude.
What the frick?
So, now that you found out you're full of shit, let's go apologize to Bridget.
Even after showing my father's death certificate on his own live stream, he still insisted that I wasn't there. I even told the dumb motherfucker, Doug, I filmed a video when he died.
You were fishing. You weren't there, dumb.
Oh, yeah, I was there.
Oh, you were not there, dude. We fucking filmed it, right?
You couldn't have filmed it because you weren't there.
You know we filmed it, right? You know Kim filmed it on her phone.
Well, good. Bring out the video.
You want me to show my father's death certificate in your live stream,
gosh.
and then play the video when he dies? See, I tried really hard to ignore this man. But it's really hard to ignore somebody when they spend every waking minute harassing you and your entire family. 1 minute.
Wow. I'm just going to stop this video there because that is ridiculous. This man obviously does not know a thing about telling the truth. Because, see, when I was away from home for 3.5 years, I learned what it means to be able to tell the truth and be honest and all that sort of stuff. I learned all that. And yet, I'm not even half, and he's more than half the age I am. And even he doesn't know when to tell the truth. Now, like I said, Michael, I support you, and I actually believe your words about this whole situation. And I made this video, like I said, to sort of be a tribute to you, of me reacting to the video you made, saying that I support you and I believe you, and this guy Doug is being a total jack because he does not understand the whole situation. Like, seriously. Anyways, that's all for now in this little reaction video, and guys, show some support to Kid Behind the Camera. I'll probably leave his channel link in the description below, so you guys can go subscribe to him, leave comments to him saying that you guys understand where he's coming from, and I will see all of you dudes in the next video.